Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in this very important update here on price action of Bitcoin. And guys, since it's 1st of June, I want you to watch this video very carefully, because at the end of the video I will be sharing with you one of the best case and the worst case scenario for Bitcoin according to our leading indicator, which has already flashed us a new price target. So we are going to discuss this at the end of the video, but for now I want you guys to do me a favor and destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Now, as we can see, Bitcoin is following this rising wedge scenario, a bearish continuation scenario which we talked in my previous video. Bitcoin is following this symmetrical triangle breakout, a bearish symmetrical triangle breakout which we talked in my previous video. But now I want you guys to look at the support which we are holding at the moment. The best support for Bitcoin which we have around $100,000 to $103,000. But once this key line of support gets broken, the tide is going to shift. I mean, Bitcoin after that could be showing a continuation which could bring us in between 90 95,000, and this bullish continuation for now have to wait. I mean, Bitcoin could make a continuation like this, a U-shape or a V-shape recovery after getting attracted in between this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line, which could bring the price around 90 95,000. Yes guys, Bitcoin, if we look at it in a weekly time frame, is doing its absolute best to hold the price along with the upper trend line from this descending broadening wedge. The weekly is holding above the previous body close, but we know once this key line of resistance gets broken, things are going to look different. After that, Bitcoin could be free falling in between 90 95,000, and only after that show a continuation in this manner, because I personally think we still have a blow off top type of scenario left for Bitcoin. So that's why a pullback like this in a bigger picture could be a buying opportunity. I'm going to show you with another reason why, but for now, if you look at this price action after losing the support from this rising channel, ascending channel, started bearishness. But please guys, please be aware, even if this bearish continuation starts playing out, I want you guys to simply zoom out, because what I showed you here, I mean, a pullback around 90 95,000, a pullback around this rising trend line, which previously resulted in a bullish continuation, could be repeating again. I mean, in a weekly, that could be a pullback around this Fibonacci line 0.5.618 in between this golden pocket area, and after that a continuation like this playing out. And why? Because in a bigger picture you can see pullback around this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line parallelly also means a pullback from this descending broadening wedge in a weekly time frame. And guys, descending broadening wedge is a bullish continuation pattern. So if the price in the medium short term loses the support which you have from this descending broadening wedge upper trend line, right, this one here loses the support from this descending broadening wedge upper trend line, loses the support from this horizontal trend line or the upper trend line from this ascending triangle type of formation, then please be aware, Bitcoin could be free falling. Yes, Bitcoin could be free falling and getting attracted in between 90 95,000. But this pullback will not just only be a retest from this golden pocket of the 0.5.61 Fibonacci line, but parallelly it will also come back for a retest around the previous resistance line. Yes, in a weekly time frame, Bitcoin is forming a bullish continuation pattern called as descending broadening wedge, where upper trend line acted as resistance, lower trend line acted as support. So in our case, a pullback around this upper trend line means a temporary pullback, right? Bitcoin coming for a retest around the upper trend line before making a U-shape or a V-shape type of recovery, and price after that to continue with an uptrend. The reason why I believe even if the price in the medium short term after showing weakness could still make a U-shape or a V-shape type of recovery, because our leading indicator has finally projected what could be happening in the month of June. And according to this leading indicator, Bitcoin right now is holding the CPR support. The CPR support in between 102, 103,000. But we know if the support around 102, 103,000 gets broken, then we will also break out from this horizontal trend line. We will break out from the upper trend line from the descending broadening wedge. And price in that case could be starting with a continuation in this manner. I mean, Bitcoin heading towards the first bearish target for the month of June, which sits around 94,700. But please do not get fooled. Yes, a pullback like this could be dangerous, but if you simply zoom out, I just showed you, a pullback around 95,000 could be a retest from this descending broadening wedge in a weekly time frame before expecting a V-shape or a U-shape type of recovery. Because if you look at this CPR trend line, you can see this here is a narrow CPR. A narrow CPR only gets formed when the price is preparing itself for a volatile move. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that since this here is an ascending CPR but a narrow ascending CPR, even if a bearish continuation like this plays out, I still believe Bitcoin could be heading towards the first, second, third target from this leading indicator. I mean, if you look at it carefully, this is an ascending CPR. This top central and the bottom CPR line is clearly higher than the May month CPR, and you guys are aware, ascending CPR only gets formed when the price is preparing itself for a new uptrend. And if you go back and look at the previous example, during downtrend, you will see a descending CPR lining up. But during uptrend, you will see ascending CPR lining up, which later resulted in a bullish continuation, higher highs type of formation. So in our case, the June month CPR is an ascending CPR, which indicates uptrend. So even if the price in the immediate short term shows weakness, gets attracted towards the first bearish target, please do not panic. We might see huge buying around this area and price after that making a V-shape or a U-shape type of recovery and then heading towards the first target, a bullish target for the month of June, which sits around $113,000. Yes, guys, and it is also going to mark a new all-time high for Bitcoin. So for the month of June, we have already formed an ascending CPR, which only happens when the price is preparing itself for a new uptrend. So that's why even if the price shows weakness in this manner, it could be just a temporary pullback, a buying opportunity, and price after that is expected to head towards this first bullish target, which sits around 113,000. But if we remain above this June CPR, right? I mean, if the price manages to remain above 100,000, then in that case, what is expected? Air 1, first target around 113,000. Air 2 for the month of June, which is around $121,900, or let's say $122,000. And the no-brainer price target, Air 3 line, sits around $131,000. Yes, guys, these are our best case scenario for the month of June according to our leading indicator. Worst case means in between 90 to 95,000, and in the best case in between 113,000 to $132,000. So if you have any doubt, I suggest you guys to simply zoom out, because in a bigger picture, Bitcoin still looks very, very bullish. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please, guys, do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed the bonuses available for our community members from Bybit, Phemex, OKX, then definitely check the video description. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.